We hear from an Asian woman racially abused on the Elizabeth line by children. Footage of the abuse has gone viral.
They just did not care. And I remember thinking, what? Is this actually happening?
Sophia Chowdhury also tells us how other passengers, instead of helping her, turned on her. Also on the programme. Ahead of the Labour Party conference this weekend, the Prime Minister speaks to our political editor about subjects that matter to Londoners. A burst water main shuts down one of the busiest law courts in the country, while people are evacuated from their homes too.
You do feel that you're part of this ancient city.
And BBC Radio London's Robert Helms receives the freedom of the City of London. Detectives say they're optimistic that a former teacher from Welling, who's been missing for a year, will be found safe and well. It's after a man was arrested on suspicion of her murder. Nazir Corelli was last seen in September last year. The number of pupils in London's primary schools continues to fall sharply as a low birth rate, coupled with families moving out of the capital, takes effect. A report by the Education Policy Institute found that 90% of UK local authorities seeing the largest drop in numbers were all in London. And the London tram link has been suspended for most of the day due to a power failure at the Therapia Lane stop near Croydon. Engineers are trying to fix the problem. And there are more stories on your local BBC News website and, of course, on the BBC News app.
The number of homeless people is rising, but charities say the official data underestimates the number of women included. Fearing sexual violence, rough sleeping women tend to hide for their own safety. They'll sleep on buses, in all-night cafes and public toilets. The BBC has been out with the team uncovering the scale of it.
Other than the near universal experience of violence that women experience, women's rough sleeping is transient, it's hidden, it's intermittent, and so it's just, their experiences are just fundamentally different from men's. And so we won't, the government wants to turn the tide on homelessness, the government wants to halve VORG. Neither of those things will be achieved if they don't recognise that women's experience is different to men, and they support the women who are on the streets or hiding because they don't want to be seen because it's too dangerous.
The government says the Women's Census helps us understand the challenges that women face, and they say they're spending £1 billion on vital services. New research around falling primary school pupil numbers has found 9 of the 10 local authorities seeing the largest drops are in London. The Education Policy Institute suggests the capital will continue to see bigger falls than the rest of the country for the next 5 years. Westminster saw a nearly 16% fall in primary pupil numbers from 2021. Parents of 2- and 3-year-olds in London can have their child vaccinated against flu at local pharmacies for the first time this autumn. More than 700 pharmacies across the capital will be able to deliver the vaccine. For young children, it's delivered as a quick nasal spray. 6,000 children under 5 were hospitalised with flu across England during winter 2023. Now, one of the UK's most threatened mammals is back on the Upper River Lee. The Hertfordshire Wildlife Trust has reintroduced 100 water voles to a stretch of the river near Wheathampstead. It's part of a wider project to reverse the dramatic decline of water voles in the UK.